Scroll 44. Sandaru lies to everyone that the good guys killed Sargain, but when Ninpuu sees that how he died doesn't match up for it to have been the Hurricangers, the slash that killed him was too clean, and Taozan gives a look like his eyes are saying, "I'm on your ass." But finally, in this episode, we meet Master Gozen, and they're a woman who's been safekeeping the grieving bow for centuries. She's seen multiple ninjas fight over it for centuries, but now she needs their help. They need to seal her and the raging arrow away to keep it away from everyone. Sadly, Sandaru got the raging arrow back, so to keep the grieving bow safe, Master Gozen stays at their base for the next few episodes. So, Scroll 48, Sandaru gets the grieving bow after possessing our heroes to attack Gozen, causing her to show emotion and lose her powers. So to save everyone, she beats Sandaru's monster that was the source of their possession, and just before she could die, Sandaru jumps in and steals the grieving bow shinobi medal. Not gonna lie, I was sad. She came off as so unreasonable and secretive at first that I thought I was gonna hate her. But with what little time she had on screen, the writers developed her, gave her depth for why she was how she was, and I managed to care. And it's weird. Usually when characters come in late, and I mean this late, I'm talking about episodes 48 and there are 3 episodes left. What is it for sure is that the focus was on her. And to be fair, it's not like we didn't know she existed. Like, ever since Hurricanger came up, like, we knew that there was someone else out there related to him. Like, we always knew that Master Gozen was someone we were going to meet eventually. And we met her. Hell, she was a plot device with a personality and a story. And you want to know what's a good comparison to her? Don Murasame from Don Brothers, but fails because he was just random, like everything else from fucking Don Brothers. But now, Scroll 49, Mission in Heavenly Ninja. Everyone's still in grief about Gozen, and Hurricanger acts like he just doesn't care until Sandaru makes him explode. And we finally know what that is. It's a black hole. No one couldn't just say that it's a black hole. I want to ask Iko and Isshu, how would a black hole make them the greatest ninja ever? It's a black hole. Satorakura volunteers to gather energy for the black hole with a special gun. And Taozan also wants the energy so that he could actually move. So he uses his powers to make the gun a limb on Satorakura. And Satorakura finds a way to siphon energy to mess around. And as any boss would, Taozan gets immediately pissed off and tells Sandaru, "Get me my energy, then kill him." And he does so, in that order. Satorakura, if Jakanja was an office workplace, just Satorakura. If Jakanja was an office workplace, Satorakura would be the jokester that didn't know when to stop joking and gets bit in the ass because Talzon gave no shits. And up to now, these villains have shown to care for one another. But now that they're close to the goal, the boss ain't fucking around. So after Sendaru kills Satorakura, he comes back as a giant, and Hurricanger decides to deal with him himself. But before he does, he lends Yosuke his shuriken ball that was recently programmed to get through the enemy base's shields.
I'm like, okay, why didn't you do this earlier?
On the contrary, one of Shurikenger's balls hits the energy case that Sandaru got back from Satorakura. And Shurikenger goes. Tenkujin walks towards Satorakura, just exploding with energy, and holds him down to decrease the impact of the explosion. Hurricanger, a true ninja, and this Sentai's sixth ranger. And for anyone who tries to spoil it in the comments, yes, Hurricanger turns out to be alive because he shows back up for Abba Ranger vs. Hurricanger. So thanks, asshole, for spoiling something for people who probably haven't seen it. With no time to waste, everyone gets aboard Hurricane Hawk to raid Jakanja's base. So, scroll 50, Talzon gets a new form and shoots an arrow to the bottom of the ocean to create the black hole. After that, Sandaru strikes Talzon, killing him, which makes him drop the grieving bow and raging arrow. Sandaru now wants to rule the universe for himself. And this also confirms with Windinu that Sandaru killed Sargain. But to save her and for Bijo's skins, they side with Sandaru so that they could rule the universe. The Hurricangers and the KamenRiders fight back, killing both Bijo and Windinu with the victory gadget. And I mean, just damn. Sandaru at least somewhat survived the explosion, but Bijo and Windinu, that shit just killed them. And they're civilian looking, so really damn. Sandaru grows, resulting in a Megazord fight. And during the battle, the KamenRiders reflect on their time working with Jakanja and decide to make up for it by sacrificing themselves to kill Sandaru at the cost of Goraijin. And with all the drama taking up time, the black hole appears. So the episode ends with the three we started with, the only three left, getting back in the game. Final scroll, Wind, Water, and Earth, our final episode. Before taking off, Oboro tells them that the only way to stop the black hole is to shoot it from behind. So they take Senpujin, grab the grieving bow, and go behind and inside the black hole. They make it to the raging arrow and destroy the black hole. And now, that stops the apocalypse, but the evil will is still around and takes over Talzon. They battle and beat him, but unfortunately, their mechs are destroyed too as an outcome. The evil will, however, survived the explosion and reincarnated as the 7 Dark Spears, and it's actually all 7 of them brought back from the dead. This final battle reminds me a lot of the final battle from Jungle Fury, but more secluded. Not all final battles need to be the same, and don't, because setup is everything. Here, it's just all of our generals finally all together. Personally, I figured Sandaru and Sargain would instantly try to kill each other, but the show kindly confirms that they've settled their differences in the afterlife. Back to our heroes, 3 against 7 is still unfair, and thankfully, Iko and Ishu are still alive. Apparently, the Ikazuchi will kicked them out of Go Raijin before it exploded.
What a twist!
You know, when was the last time I brought up a finale roll call? Because I know it's been a while. With that said, enjoy.
Oh my god! Okay, it's happening! Everybody stay calm! Wait, everybody stay calm! Sonny! Hurricane Letto! Hurricane Blue! Hurricane Yellow! Ninpuu Sentai! Hurricanger! Enko Sekka! KamenRider! Hands up!
Yeah, that's as much as I could show without risking a copyright claim, and darn. I like that finale roll call. And I'm pretty sure I said Kota's lines while talking, and I should have had like my coat in my hand while it was happening. But the Hurricangers and the Goraigers defeat the Seven Spears, and the evil will reforms into Taozant. They combine their weapons together and permanently destroy the evil will, thus saving the world. The final scene of the final episode is perfect. 2 months later, everyone is set to graduate, but before doing so, the show ends like how it begins, with our heroes having a heart-to-heart. And this is why this finale is perfect. Our heroes were students with little to no interest in being real ninjas, and now they're graduating, having grown and having aspirations. What better example is there in being human than this? Also, the headmaster is human again, somehow. I haven't talked about him a lot because the guy's just so full of it. This great ninja master who apparently turns himself into a hamster just said the words right this time without flubbering up, turns human again. And he didn't do that again any earlier because happy ending. So full of it. But that's Hurricanger. This was fun. Like I said, this is my second time watching this show, but my first time watching it from start to finish. And I'm actually happy that I got around to it because I did enjoy this show. It was fun. And so, with that said, let's talk about the characters. I don't know why, but for some odd reason, I want to talk about Hurricanger. It's not like there's much to say about them. As villains, they're average at best. I think the most impressive ones in Hurricanger were Manmarava and Sandaru. Sargain was fine, but I don't know. I feel like if you just lose Furubijo and Windinu, I don't know, Hurricanger would probably look a bit more impressive to others. But if we're really going to talk about Hurricanger, the plans for the week that they usually have are kind of nonsensical, and I can't think of how they would lead to, well, world domination, because all they want to do is corrode the earth, but they do it in silly ways. But individually, they're not bad. And as a whole, Hurricanger is just, to me, average, pretty much. In all honesty, the least impressive person in Hurricanger is Taozant, because he's that generic sit on your ass and do nothing the entire time villain. Except he's one of those who has the excuse of not having an actual form where he can move around in. But that's Hurricanger. Now on to our heroes. Yosuke. Yosuke is not my favorite character. if I'm being honest, he's impulsive, a little obnoxious, a bit loud, a bit too rambunctious. He's simple-minded, basically. He's too simple for my taste. And he's the leader of the Hurricangers. And honestly, I would have preferred that to be anyone else. It's not that Yosuke is a bad character. He's just too... He's of course... He's naive. He's not a novice, but he's a student. And he's one of the lowest ranked students, so... I kind of want to say it should fit him for being so impulsive. But Nanami and Kota are both so different. Yosuke is not bad, but I'm kind of curious to see how he is in outside of show content. And so, Nanami, people that like Naoto Nagasawa are going to hate me for this, but I'm honestly not too impressed by Nanami. She's just the girl and a singer. It's like she's not bad. It's just it's just when I watch a focus episode on her, I don't know, it just touches back on her being a singer. Like, though don't get me wrong, I really like the episode where her and Furubijo are an idol duo, because Furubijo was actually performing a plan that she reveals that she's still evil, and Nanami just comes out, kicks ass, and beats the monster of the week just like that. It's awesome. Nanami is not a bad character, but I don't know, all I got from her was she's the girl. And I know I might upset fans of Nao Nagasawa for that, but to be fair, I like Nao Nagasawa. I think she's a good actress. I just wouldn't overhype her in this role. So next, Kota. Kota is one of my favorite characters. I love how mature he gets over the seasons, and his focus episodes were honestly my favorites. I love his first episode involving him and his sister, where he learns how to be not overly cautious. And I also love that one focus episode he had with his grandmother, who comes back from the dead as a younger version of herself, because he holds it down throughout that episode. I enjoyed paying attention to Kota because you really see him grow from start to finish. And out of the three of them, he's definitely the most mature, which honestly makes me wonder, why would he be a failing student? I don't know. To me, it just doesn't. I just don't get it. He's also a physical therapist, so that's nice. It also makes me wonder too. When they were recruited into their school, what were the recruitment team thinking about? Honestly, because these people have regular jobs, or at least Kota does. But moving on, Iko, KamenRider. Not much I can really say about Iko. And do I want to... I kind of want to talk about Ishu too, so I'll just have them both together so I can talk about them. Because I think I can honestly say the most about both of them. They're fine. I honestly liked seeing their change throughout the show, starting off as antagonists, but becoming more, I don't know, friendly, more approachable. And I definitely see that more from, well, I can see it equally from both of them. But with Ishu, I will admit, he does have his moments of being a hothead, while Iko is more calm. But yeah, I like them as characters. They're not bad, they're pretty nice, and they're much appreciated. Hurricanger, my favorite. I'm so happy that I got to watch this show because I actually get to see about Hurricanger, and I love him. I love him speaking English. I love his suit. I love his personality, and I love his story. Anytime he got upset with the Hurricanger was basically that mentor out on the field with them, because there are times where he actually is training them, like when learning to play the ninja shamisen to pilot the revolver mammoth. For worst case scenario, he's not there to do it himself. But yeah, I appreciate Hurricanger. There are moments where he does train the Rangers too hard, and in a way I do understand it, but he also learns to relax too and not to be so strict. To me, Hurricanger is about average at best. Like, not the best, not the worst. It's just average. But with that said, thank you guys for watching. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, share this video, tell your friends about KamenRider Blackman, and stay tuned for Hurricanger month, because next we'll be looking at Shushuuto The Movie. Peace.